Alright everybody, welcome back in. We had a little short rain shower after I talked to you guys last, which was after we got the liming done on the field. So I got the planter all flipped over for beans in the meantime, and I also ate a little bit of lunch. As you guys can see, you can't tell that we limed that anymore, and that is because my neighbor across town showed up and fertilized. He had this, he left it here because he's going to fertilize our barley for us, and he's also going to fertilize our grass when we get it down. Heck of a nice guy. He just said he was going to leave it here because he wasn't done. We actually had some liquid fertilizer in the bin from when Grandpa was here. All of it's in here. There's about just shy of 4,000 liters left in there. He just said he was going to come back, and he also was very gracious and pretty much said that he didn't have anything going on at the moment. All his corn was in the ground. They were waiting to get started on beans, which makes me feel a little bit better that we don't have ours in the ground yet. But that he didn't have anything going on, and since he was using our fertilizer, that he wasn't going to charge us anything for it. So we basically got our cornfield fertilized for free, which is extremely nice. I'm gonna hop in the case here, and we're gonna get the grass field tilled under, get that done. We've only been wanting to get that done for quite a while now, so we can get this done rather quickly, and hopefully have enough time this afternoon to maybe start getting some beans in. Not 100% sure how that's gonna go, but we're gonna get this done and see what kind of time we got left in the day. I'm gonna crank some tunes in the radio here, and you guys feel free to come along with me in the time lapse. Alright, everybody, so that does it for the job that we've been talking about doing for I don't know, every episode so far. We're ready to plant beans. I'm actually gonna wash off, let's wash the tractor off too, because we are done. We're done with the plow for a while, I hope. It's a time-consuming job. It's about the biggest plow that we can get, that we can actually pull. We're about out of paint on the plow. I think I don't think we can't take much more paint off, that's for sure. This thing's seen some wear. It's been around the farm for a long time now. Gotta figure out how we're gonna get this inside. So, I think we might as well put it back in here. Let's move the deer out with the planter. We're gonna need that pretty early tomorrow morning anyway, because I don't think we're gonna get any beans in the ground tonight. But we're definitely first thing tomorrow morning, which will be May, we're going to definitely be putting some beans in the ground. Let's see here. We'll just back it in here beside the baler for the time being. I don't want to get it too close. I want to be able to get the baler out of there. Drop that there. Just pull this up here. I think that'll work. We put our 10 big bags that we didn't need, along with our 4 pallets of extra that we had in here. You can see I got the pallet forks on the skid loader. Close that up. Should be good to go there. We're set up for beans, and first thing tomorrow morning, we're gonna put beans in the ground. So I'm going to call it a day. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, almost 5. Grab some dinner. You know, no sense in being too crazy yet. Like I said, the long days will come harvest time, but I would say June or July we'll be pulling that barley off, so we'll get a little bit of harvest in and see where it goes from there. I also have my meeting with the town coming up about the property next door, so we'll see how everything turns out, and I will see you guys in the morning. Alright, good morning. It is finally bean planting day. We got up super early this morning. We got corn popping up out of the ground already. It's looking good. Everything looks good on the corn. We are gonna get soybeans in the ground this morning and today, and that is priority number 1. It's early enough that we're gonna need lights, but I want to get it done. I'm itching. I want to go. I want to get beans in the ground. We can be done planting other than our grass field. We got a lot of things getting ready to come up with the farm, and I'm ready to go. So we are dropping the planter officially on beans, and we're underway. So the headlands are kind of going to be the most important spot to really watch and be careful here, at least the first one. We got a lot of trees that stick out a little bit, So we want to make sure we get as many beans in the ground as we can, and we want to be all the way over to the edge of the field. But it'll be nice to get this field done. Like I said, this month we have our meeting with the town about the neighboring property. We got to get grass in our little field 12 over there. Once we get the grass in that field, that shouldn't take long till we're ready to harvest that. I believe June we should be from the looks of it, by June, some point in June, we'll be harvesting our barley. So it is full swing on the season. We've kind of picked up the pace here. You know, wintertime's a little slow as a farmer, but one thing that's not slow is the spring and the fall, and even the summer once we get grass growing. But we are going to roll through this plant and get as much done today as we possibly can. We're not using a whole lot of nitrogen, but beans don't take a whole lot of nitrogen, so the fertilizer is it's there, but it's not at the same time. I would say, actually, I'm going to stop and hop out, and we can look and see that yeah, our pH is perfect, obviously, because we put lime down, but our nitrogen is perfect as well, because it's beans and they don't need a whole lot of nitrogen, so that'll save us on a little bit of money. We're gonna roll. The neighbor swung by yesterday afternoon after I left you guys, and he got the barley field fertilized. He sprayed some fertilizer on that, so hopefully by next month that helps us out as far as yield goes, and we get a decent yield out of that. We'll definitely get the straw off of it. But I also gave him a tour of the farm while he was here, and he was pretty impressed with what Grandpa had built up, and I gave him some of my ideas and plans about what I'd like to do moving forward. He was pretty impressed with that. One thing he was really impressed with was Grandpa's old truck, and he's interested in buying Grandpa's old truck. He offered a pretty decent price for it right off the bat, but I told him that that is not my place. As far as I'm concerned, yeah, I have a lot of sentimental value in that truck, but it's just a tiny little truck. It's not going to be worth much as a farm truck. As far as towing anything crazy, it's not going to be something that we use a lot. So I'm fine with getting rid of it. I told him I'd talk to Grandma about it, and I didn't get a chance to talk to her last night. By the time we got done, I rode with him in the sprayer just to see how it worked, and by the time the tour was done and he made the offer on it, Grandma was already asleep when I went in the house. So I'm hopefully going to talk to her. She wasn't up this morning when I walked out, but I'm hoping to talk to her at lunchtime when I see her and see what her thoughts are as far as maybe selling Grandpa's old truck. So I'm fine with it as long as she's fine with it and she's okay with the price. As far as I'm concerned, that's her money, so that might not even be farm money. But I told him I would let him know, and he's also, you know, he's fertilized our fields for nothing. Granted, we did buy the fertilizer, but he's taken twice out of his day to come by and fertilize for us, and hasn't charged us anything, and says he's not going to charge us anything because, you know, we paid for the fertilizer, and it's just trying to be a good friend, but I want to give him something. So if we can figure out a deal on the truck where it's a decent discount, I think that's what we're gonna do. But we'll see how that goes. As far as that goes, getting up super early this morning, I know I'm going to get this field of beans done. I'm kind of hoping to be able to get the grass planted over there today as well. After that, I'm not really sure how much more we're going to have to get into. We're not going to have to fertilize this bean field because it's pretty good. The grass is going to need sprayed after that's done, but that's going to depend on the neighbor. I know he said he was hoping to get beans in the ground today, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and turn the radio up yet again and see if I can get you guys a time lapse. Alright everybody, beans are in the ground. We are done with beans. So what that means is we are going to pull in here to the shop and get the planter flipped around. Get the door open. And it's only 8:15 in the morning. So we are making awesome time. We're going to get the planter flipped around here. I'm just going to pull in again. Can't quite get it. That's about as far as we can go without running into anything. we are going to get the planter ready to go here for putting grass in the ground. And I think this whole field over here, I'll take a run over here just to make sure that everything's the same. This whole field is good to go. Expected yield is 122% with 125% potential. So we're good to go. Everything is ready. Beans are in the ground and done. Corn's in the ground and done. We're just waiting for June for our barley harvest. And the only thing we have left to do is put grass in and get the grass fertilized. So I'm going to get the planter flipped over here and ready to go, and I'll bring you back in for grass plant. Alright guys, welcome back. Planter is switched over for grass, and we are getting this grass field planted right now. Actually, while I was switching everything over on the planter for grass, the town called me and asked if I could come in today to have a meeting about the property next door and go over some things. I told him absolutely. Just want to get as much information as possible right off the bat. So once I get this grass field planted, I'm hoping they want to meet at 1 o'clock, so I don't think it's going to take me that long to get the grass field planted. If it does run me up until 1 o'clock, I'll just have to break off and head into town. I'm going to have to leave here about, I don't know, 20 minutes early. Don't want to be late to the meeting. That's definitely not going to look good. And see what they have to say. The main questions I guess I have for them are they willing to sell the property in sections, or are they wanting to sell it as one property? Would be one. And two, I guess, with already having a loan out, am I even capable? How much money are they going to want down? Because we already have $300,000 of a loan. We're in debt. I knew that coming into the farm. Grandma warned me of that prior. She definitely didn't stick me with debt after I agreed to come help her. I knew that going into this whole situation, but you know, working a farm in Ohio, I'm pretty confident that I can probably take care of some things here, and I think this is going to be pretty profitable in the long run. But we definitely don't want to put ourselves so far behind in debt that all we do is work to get out of debt, if you know what I mean. We definitely want to get out of debt. The goal would be, obviously, in a perfect world, would be to completely pay our loan off before we go buying any extra property. But at the same time, the town's not going to hold the neighboring property for me. They're going to want to sell it just to get their money back. Obviously, the town has no use for farmland. They just want their money for it so that they can move on. But we'll have to see how things go with them. But yeah, so we'll see how the meeting goes this afternoon. I wasn't expecting it so soon, so like I said, the meeting's at 1 o'clock. I'm obviously going to want to done with this, but at the same time, we can't miss the meeting. So if it's tomorrow till we get the rest of this done, it is what it is. We definitely want to hit these edge spots here. I don't want to miss anything in a grass field, because this field is not something that we're going to till up anytime soon. This is going to be here for a couple years. So we want to make sure we hit everything. I know I missed a couple spots around the edges. Maybe come back and hit those towards the end, but hit the big stuff here quick, and get on to our meeting. But I'm really hoping that they're willing to split the farm up into pieces. If they're not, I do understand. I mean, why would you, if you sell off, you know, 1, 2, 3 pieces of a 5-piece farm, who's gonna want to buy, you know, who's gonna want to buy the farmland? Like, obviously we have a grain bin set up. We don't need to have a spot for any more buildings. We have what we have. We have plenty of room for what we have. But I get them, you know, somebody's not going to want to come in and buy the farmyard with no fields, unless it was somebody wanting to develop. But I'm pretty sure that the ground is in ag preservation. So I don't think that would happen. I don't know for sure. It's kind of the whole point of the meeting. Is I just want information. See where we're at. I really am interested in the farm, but obviously it's probably a $1 million farm, if not more, based on the size. It could be a $2 or $3 million farm. Don't know how the town works. If it's like a foreclosure, they just want the money that's owed on it. If they just wanted the money that's owed on it, that's different. And we would really have to see, you know, what's owed on the loan. You know, if it was a pay the loan off and it's yours thing, it might be more doable. Is it, you know, pay for this part, you know, this part, that part? We'll just kind of have to see how things go. But it is definitely important to get to this meeting today. It's pushing 10 o'clock now. This field's not going to take us terribly long, and I'll get off to the meeting. But I definitely wanted to get the grass in the ground while we have time. You know, it's a gorgeous day. Get the grass in. The faster we get the grass in, the faster we can harvest the grass, the faster we get more silage, the faster we make money. And obviously the more money we make, the less we have to worry about anything going on. We really need to get this loan paid back. So we're sitting at about $26,000 in our bank account at the moment, with a $300,000 loan. So we kind of walked into a mess, to say the least. But you know, this is where I grew up. I grew up hanging out here on my grandparents' farm, and I'm willing to do what it takes to save it, even if it means, you know, risking everything, which, you know, I think even with what we have, we'll definitely be able to make a living. I don't think we're gonna be, you know, completely, you know, we're not gonna go under, especially not grain farming. I think we'll definitely make a living. But do we make enough profit to grow is the main question at this point. You know, If we do, that's amazing, and I think we will. I'm obviously optimistic here, but you know, we'll just have to kind of see how things go. But at this point, I don't know what the town's gonna say. Obviously, even if they are willing to separate the farm into individual pieces, how much are those individual pieces worth? Is it anything that we can afford? Is it something that maybe we'll be able to take out a loan for? How much more of a loan will farm credit even allow us to have, with being, you know, already 300,000 in debt? If it's too much crazy more than that, you know, it's hard to say. So we'll just kind of have to see. That's why I want the meeting. Nothing's set in stone, but I'm gonna finish getting this field planted, and well, I'm gonna hopefully finish getting this field planted and head off to my meeting, and I'll bring you guys back in after. Alright guys, welcome back in. Just left our meeting with the town. We did get our grass field planted prior. Sorry, not paying attention, trying to record a video. We did get our grass field planted, and I got a lot of useful information from the town, so we're gonna swing through here. They give us actually a little map. They're willing to split this farm up into a couple sections, but not each individual section. So if I pull the map up here, you guys can kind of see this is the whole farm, and this is what the town owns. So it's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. But they said they would be willing to break it up into 4, I think is what they said. So they wanted 84 and 1 go together, which 1 comes with the farmyard. That's 308, and this is 133. So 400 and some odd thousand, almost 450. That's not feasible at the moment. 9 and 85 go together. So 9 is 85,000 and 85 is 96,000. I don't know that that's doable at the moment, especially because 85 is just pasture. Or grass, I should say. But they're willing to let 83 and 86 go separately. 86 here is only 30,000, and 83, which is up close to our farm, is 42. This one's 1.15 and this one's 1.4. So I think what I'd like to do is, as soon as possible, try to get 83 and then possibly 86, but I'd really like to save up for these two. I think if we got these two, we could make our grass off of this pasture piece here. Have another field that would allow us to plant field 4, which is our grass field at the moment. I think that would allow us to plant that into a crop, and we can make all our grass off of this, because this is bigger than what we have as far as grass goes. But I think we're gonna be a little while. I did ask them about loan, so for for most of them, they want at least $100,000 down, and they would allow us to loan the rest of it. But I don't even know if I can get a loan due to already having a loan. I haven't talked to the farm credit or anything like that yet. So that's just on the bigger spots. With this field here and the other little one, they want cash only. And the field, the main farm, this field to our left and the whole main farmyard, they're gonna want 250 down, loan the rest. So that's just kind of where we're at. It was a lot of good information, and I'm really hoping that that's something we can do. I did forget to check the grass field to see if it needed fertilized. If it does, out here. No, so we're it's good. It's not perfect. It's perfect in the middle here. Spots are good. Spots are perfect. So I think that's going to be fine, at least for this first cutting. Turn around in the middle of the road. There ain't nobody coming. But so that's what we have to look forward to and move towards. Everything on the farm's fertilized. The beans are good. The corn is good. Our grass is good. Neighbor across the way did get he did get our barley field fertilized, and we're good to go. Basically, we're just kind of sitting in limbo here. I need to check on some prices. I know soybeans is usually a July crop, but I might go through some prices here and see if anything that we have as far as the wheat, sunflowers, canola, soybeans, see if anything price-wise is decent on that. I mean, if we can get some money, if we look in here, all our grass has already fermented into silage, so we can look at silage prices, and we could possibly be ready to go. I talked to Grandma a little bit, and she is willing to let the truck go. So we're gonna get that pulled out here sometime soon. Get it all cleaned up. Get it ready to go, and we're gonna sell that to the neighbor and see what he gives us for it. Told him to take the price. Just to go ahead and take the price out. He said he's going to be a little while getting back over, but that could unload. We can unload the sprayer back into our tank since there is some fertilizer left in it. He gave me permission to drive it. He actually told me if I had anything else that needed sprayed, I could use it, but I mean, we really don't have anything that needs sprayed, so we're gonna hop up in here and see if there's a way that we can unload our fertilizer back into our tank over here. And then he's gonna come pick this up this afternoon. I don't know if we can unload into here. Nope, guess not. Well, it is what it is. We have those if we need them. We'll get them put in the shed. I'm gonna pull this down here so when he comes to pick it up, it's here. Let's see. I guess I'll just hop in the skid loader. Let me open the door first. Let's see. What do we want to do with these? I guess we can put them in here with the lime for now. I don't know what else to do with them, but we have them for whenever we need to do some more spraying. So we have a lot of things that we can do, a lot of things that we want to do, a lot of stuff that we have to do to get rid of this loan. Push that in. Honestly need another little shed for all our fertilizer and stuff. Like, most of the stuff we have is gonna have to go. It's gonna have to go in these bins anyway, but if we can't unload it back into the bins, that's the only problem with having somebody else do it for us, you know. If we had our own fertilizer sprayer, we could just leave the fertilizer in the sprayer. But not a big deal. So we'll go ahead and put this in here. Park this up. And we're kind of at a standstill now. I mean, everything's planted. Everything is everything's fertilized. Everything's got lime on it. We're just kind of waiting. So let me run you guys through my idea for a house. Actually, let's hop on this side by side. So, like I told you guys before, my plan is to not live with Grandma forever, but to build a house here on the farm. So my thought process is bringing a driveway back right here somewhere, right off the edge of the shop, and coming back here up on the hill. Maybe like right up in here where it's kind of flat, clearing a couple of these trees out and doing things that way. But then I also thought, you know, if we're gonna end up buying this farm down here, do we just wait and build a house on this other farm? So there's plenty of potential over there, different places we can build, but that's just going to be putting us that much further down the line getting a house built. But you know, I think the farm comes first before a house. We have a place to stay with Grandma. She's not kicking us out anytime soon, I don't think, but I think the original house sat here. From even looking at the maps that the town had, the original house was here, which I think we would honestly just tear this shed down and plow straight through here with this field. Obviously this goes with the main farm, so even if we buy this field 15, we don't have that ability. Our only other option, if we want something in the woods, would be to possibly go up that way. We could actually probably go up through that way, split this field with a driveway, go up in there, and be probably perfectly positioned between us and Grandma's place. You know, that's a possibility. I'll tell you what. They told us that we could ride around as much as we wanted. So we'll go back up through here. So this is our soybean field here on the left. You know, if we split this field with a driveway and came back up in here, we could put a house like right up here. Look at it, flattens out really nicely here. That is something to definitely look into. Clear all these trees out so we're looking down over the farm, and then we could put a little main driveway goes down to the main farm, but we could also have like a little side driveway here, comes back into here somewhere. I don't know, there's plenty of options. It's going to be further down the line, so for now I think I'm going to call this an episode, and leave it at that. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the subscribers, all the likes on the videos and the comments. So if you are enjoying the content, like the videos, subscribe, and take care. I'll see you guys next time.